All right. Welcome back to another session of Dreamwalker, session 6. Alrighty. Okay. Bookkeeping, I don't think we have a lot of bookkeeping to do. We'll discuss schedule stuff. And other than that, I think we're all right. I don't think that there's been any cancellations that I've been notified of since our last stream. So yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. Previously on Dreamwalker, Bay took a little nap while we did a little bit of exploring of the city of Foundling Tree.
Bay is a very heavy sleeper. All right, when she's down, she's down. Just gotta
wait. The party, after making their way further into the dream, another layer into the swamp betwixt, they found themselves a little bit lost, so they made their way to a large city known as Foundling Tree, built into tree houses atop the forest. And so after asking around a little bit about how they might get further into the dream, they were notified of a statue in an old temple that had a keyhole in it known as the Rose Maiden. And they suspected that that might be how they could progress deeper into the dream, as they had already used a key to get to this layer. And the unfortunate part of that is that the temple seems to be locked up and locked by several seal stones that were each handed to the different tribes that live within the swamp. One to the reptiles, one to the frogs and toads, the amphibians, and one to the mammals. So the party questioned a lot of the denizens of Foundling Tree and found some locations that they wanted to scout out around the swamp. But before they left the city, they decided to take a little bit of a peek last session at the upper district, the district known as High, which a lot of the other town folk don't go to because it tends to be a bit of a shady side of town, both figuratively and literally. And so after exploring High Branch a little bit, as Bay rested, I think... Where did you guys leave Bay? Out front of the oddities shop? Yeah, just on the ground, I think.
She was really, really tired.
The party made their way up to High Branch and managed to talk their way to the black market, where they talked with some of the thieves and scoundrels that lived in High Branch, and found out a little bit of information about the witch that they planned to visit next, who is said to have one of the seal stones. These scoundrels in particular seem to have attempted to rob her, and it didn't go too well for them, and they were afraid of her. But after gaining a bit of that information, as well as some advice on what the party could do if they chose to rob her as well, they eventually bought a few items off of the thieves, including a a firebomb off of one of the rats and a manual on how to lockpick, and how to use thieves' tools, as well as, of course, a set of thieves' tools. And with that, the party made their way back down to the high seas, an inn within Foundling Tree, and decided to take a long rest before they set out through the swamp. And that was where we left off. So let's get back into it.
Boing!
The four of you all wake up. What you surmise might be the morning. It's sort of when your bodies just decide to wake up, as there isn't really any light. But maybe you're just awakened by your own natural cycle. Maybe you are awakened by the bustling of Hemingway and his help, getting ready for the day. But eventually, the four of you all do rise.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Good morning, everyone. How did we get here? I didn't take a nap here. Am I sleepwalking again? Mama said I was past sleepwalking.
Oh, good morning, Bay. You're up. We carried you all the way around over here.
Oh,
You're
God, it's
sleeping really
so
hard yesterday.
I go into what Mama likes to say is I go into like a hibernation. I crouch, I become a mushroom, and I'm dead.
Well,
No saving me. I shouldn't. If we're ever in a battle and I do that, just accept that I am dead. There's no waking me up from that. I think it's a genetic thing. I think that's happening to me.
you woke up just in time. We're gonna go check out the witch. We're gonna see if she eats people and if she's ugly.
I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be beautiful. All
I
right.
bet she's gonna be gorgeous.
Did y'all head over to the other place when I went into my hibernation?
High brunch?
Yeah, did y'all head over there? What was it like over there?
Yeah, we met a bunch of very unsavory characters there. They gave us a bomb.
Oh,
Oh, tiny losers.
oh. Well, you know what? Now we got a tiny loser bomb. I'm with that. All
But
right,
by the
all
way, who's carrying the bomb?
Oh, good question.
I think you guys decided last time, but I didn't recall. I wanted to add to that person's inventory, but I wasn't quite sure. So you guys can either remember, just decide now.
You know what? I think I came to the conclusion Irving should not have it because he's a sorcerer, and if he like combusts, that bomb is combusting right with him. So
Fair enough.
Bay was not involved in this.
You also had the lock picking tools and the little guide. So I think that was your thing, but I don't know who carried the bomb, but you can decide among the other three who wants it.
I think Nightshade agreed to carry the bomb for Irving.
Okay.
Because I think Irving's the only character with the ability to light it.
unless somebody else is like a cantrip like that, but I forgot.
Well, Nightshade will carry the bomb.
You won't need a to organize who lights it. It just takes an action to light quick with a tinderbox.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I wouldn't make it that complicated.
I think I was overcomplicating it. Cool.
It's all good. No, it was very good in universe RP, so I appreciate that. Because in real life, you would have to think about it in the middle of battle, but for simplicity's sake, we usually don't need to make it that complex. Unless you guys really want to. Alright, I added it to your inventory.
Sweet.
I'd say let's get some breakfast and then we head off to see a witch. Feels like it's been like 2 days since I've eaten.
Well, Hemingway and Oslo are just busy preparing for the day. So you can just wait around for a few minutes for breakfast to be served. They said that they do serve meals around each of the dining hours. Hemingway even kind of waves over to the four of you and says, I trust your slumber was quite restful then?
It was a delicioso.
I'm not sure I know what that means, but all right.
I guess Doja does her morning face routine.
You can tell us what that involves if you want. I think you kind of talked about your night face routine last time. Is it any different?
Let's see. So last time she put on mud. I guess maybe this time she has like a different type of clay that she uses, and some sort of like, I guess, goopy moisturizer. Maybe made out of like fruits or something.
Very well.
It does wash that off after a bit.
Very well. Eventually, as you guys wait, as Duja does her morning routine, Oslo brings over some plates filled with all manner of breakfast food, from fruit to pastry to eggs and meat, whatever suits your fancy. And then as he lays down the trays, he just kind of gives you guys a little salute and then waddles off back towards the kitchen in his little uniform.
I love them waddles.
And eventually, Duja, as you finish your morning routine, you can all eat what you want, however much you want, and get ready for your day.
Well, I have swallowed a chicken whole, and now I am ready to go see a witch.
Just complete polar opposite of Lola. All right, so once you're all ready, you gather up your things that you kind of set each near your bunk, and are ready to set off. I think we discussed it last time, but you guys left the boat that you quote unquote borrowed by the gates of Foundling Tree, near those guards and the stepping stones. So you make your way back out through the town, back through the square. Again, even though it is, in fact, morning for your own cycles, it doesn't really appear to be morning. You can see some townsfolk bustling about throughout the catwalks high up in the trees, but the stars and the night sky are still above you, peering through gaps in the leaves. So, unless you have any other business to tend to in town.
They can't move.
Oh.
I'm gonna say she's throwing up.
No, what happened was because your character's assigned to you in the journal, I couldn't give them control of you while you were sleeping. So I dragged a clone of you, and then gave it control to Duja, who was lugging you around. But I just realized it's still the clone of you, not the real you. So there, nice.
Oh.
You should be good now.
You're carrying my slumped body away. I appreciate that.
We are getting a little bit of robot from you, Bay, but it's probably just little connection stuff.
I also got a kitten, and she like
Yeah, very, very robot-y.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody else is hearing it. It could be on my end. Okay, that also sounded robot-y, so maybe it is on my end.
Yeah, I'm hearing a boomy stand, but anything else?
Oh, my bad.
Oh, am I still robot-y for you?
It could just be Discord in general, also. Because everybody sounds robot-y to me. Do I sound like a robot to you guys?
You
There was
sound
a
clear
split
to me.
segment, and it was
Okay. It's probably just some connection issues. I'll narrate your walk over there, and we'll see if it goes away in time.
okay.
Chad, I don't sound robot-y to you, do I, Chad? So the four of you make your way across Foundling Tree Square, where you can hear various forest friends all going about their schedules. You can see some frog guards all standing watch in the center of town as you pass by the blacksmith, general store, and oddities shop and make your way straight across to the east toward the front gates of the city. So let's bring you all there, and then let me copy you so that we can have you all together. So making your way back down that long sloping bridge and passing through those two gates, you can see the same guards still on duty, standing vigilant out front of the gates to Foundling Tree. Here, let's get you a boat. And we'll just pretend that you guys moored your boat up last time, because I don't think you did. But we'll say that you did. It's still there. It's not an ocean or even a lake. It's more just a swamp. So there's no waves to wash your boat away. So you're all good. The two lizard guards both kind of give you a little bit of a nod as you pass by. One with his bow and arrow, the other with a spear. But they don't say anything unless you speak to them. You find the borrowed boat where you left it, with its promise to be returned in, I don't know, was it 7 years? Something like that?
7 years.
That's right.
Had to give
Sounds like a
ourselves some
plan.
wiggle room. All right. Oh, well.
You dive under the boat. Try again. There you go.
I'm gonna squeeze in the back right here.
I'll go last. Wah.
Oh, y'all need to squeeze in more. Everyone needs an end to get on.
I can make the boat a little bigger if you want. You magically
we
grow the
struggle.
boat.
No, it's funnier.
Oh.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, if it's funnier, then I'll make it smaller.
Make it tinier. We will all fit.
Okay.
This boat was made for a single lizard.
The boat rocks and splashes as Ducha hops in. And eventually, after a few minutes, it settles back as you untie the boat from the stepping stone and can cast off. I believe you guys still have the map that you were handed by the little frog Kupo. And so you use it as reference as you make your journey. Yeah, still better than Glacy's attempt last Monday. And falling in the swamp would be a lot better than diving headfirst off into the astral sea, so.
Did we ever find anything out about the overgrowth guys? Did we ask about that?
They did not know.
Oh, dear heavens! We'll ask the witch. We'll ask the witch about it. She lives closer. She'll probably know.
Yeah, she'll be friendly.
I think she's gonna be a wonderful person.
I
like
think
this
we have a
little,
bomb.
like this
Oh,
little
we
girl.
do have a bomb if everything goes south. we throw
Yes,
that bomb.
I believe the discussion last time was that if things don't go smoothly with the witch, then you will just firebomb her house and make a break for it.
All right, I'm with that.
So you cast off your little boat with its oars off into the swamp. And as you travel, you have to navigate around little kind of muddy islands covered in grass and bushes.
I'm
And the
so good at
occasional-
navigation, guys.
The occasional kind of spindly tree that actually pulls its roots right up out from the water and stretches off overhead. Eventually, as you make your way back, you can see in the distance the soft glow of that Dreamstone portal in those old ruins where you left it. And then you paddle a little further, taking you about an hour into the swamp. Off in the distance, over kind of towards your right as you travel, you can see the trees kind of densely packed, but interspersed throughout them, you can see these massive mushrooms growing up like trees and sprouting out of the water and out of the muddy ground in the direction of the overgrowth on your map. You make note of that and keep paddling past it in the direction that the old witch's hut is labeled on your map. And eventually, as you draw a little closer, you can see that eventually you'll hit land. The swamp becomes shallower and you begin to run up against cattails and reeds. And you can hear them kind of dragging along the bottom of the wood of your boat. And eventually the shore kind of bumps up beneath your boat and kind of strands it up there, more sturdily kind of moored along the land. And so you will have to hop out and kind of drag the boat up onto the shore. But before you, in the direction that your map is marked, you can see kind of an open clearing in the trees, kind of nestled within a grove or a thicket. And just beyond that, you can see kind of faint little orange lights in the distance are within that little grove. What do you do? We only got like the first part of that, so just
I'm just gonna start prancing my way up there. I'm gonna be real loud though, so everyone knows I'm coming. No surprises here, unless someone wants to stop me. But if no one's stopping me, I'm running right up to that door, jolly like, and I'm gonna rat-a-tat-tat on that.
very well. Bay immediately begins to stride off in the direction of the little grove. What do the rest of you do? Do you follow?
Sure.
Yeah, Fuchsia's right up
Yeah.
behind her.
I'll
Very
sneak
well.
along.
Yeah, you take a
Y'all all
moment.
about that chaos. All right, let's go.
You take a moment to kind of drag the boat up on the shore so it doesn't float off, and then you set off towards the clearing, making your way towards those glowing lights in the distance. As you draw near, you begin to see that those glowing lights are indeed coming from lanterns set throughout this clearing.
Oh, listen, guys. No one evil can live here. This place is too cute to be evil.
I
It's a very
love
nice
your
little
interior.
garden.
It's a very nice.
Decorating.
You know what? The sound, the music's a little. I have music playing in my head right now, and it doesn't match the atmosphere. But we're gonna. It's okay. It's not spooky. It's cute. Everything's cute here.
So, indeed, as you approach, there is a little humble garden and these heavily vegetated fences that have ivy growing all over them and sunflowers nestled next to them that kind of surrounds this little property. Beyond that fence is a little hut, though it's the entire kind of top of it is overgrown into this large grassy mound, and only kind of the front of it is visible. But you can see orange lights glowing in the windows, and on either side of a kind of small little door. And up on top of that grassy mound, with fireflies fluttering past it, you can see a chimney that has a lazy curl of smoke drifting up out of it.
Oh, see.
Indeed, there is even a little fish pond off by a little lantern.
Oh my gosh.
This is cute, guys. I have good feelings about this place. But the gate's closed. Should we just open it, or should I just yell from here?
The gate that you described is sort of just a little rope that's kind of wrapped around this these two posts at the front here. It doesn't make up a very sturdy looking gate. It is literally just like a rope.
It's a rope. Oh,
That's strange. I have like a rope instead of a gate or nothing.
You
I
know
guess
what?
so.
I'm just gonna go under the rope. I'm just gonna do a little shimmy. Okay. And I'm alive still.
Nightshade, you can see fish darting around in that little pond just below the surface. Occasionally one of them will kind of come up to the surface near one of the fireflies and then dart back down. Bay, you step across the rope barrier, but nothing happens. You don't feel any different.
I think Irving will try to follow her then. Bae, can you get out of the way really quick? Thanks.
Give me a little shimmy shim.
He's having a little bit of a hard time for it, but he's gonna try to shimmy shim through as well.
Very well. You don't feel any different,
Yeah.
Irving.
You ever limbo?
Well, I don't think it has any spells on it, so I think we'll be alright.
I feel weird standing in her yard. I'm gonna go knock on the door. Everyone ready for the door knock to happen?
Wait, what? Sorry, hang on, I'm coming.
You should just steps over it.
No need to.
The four of you can see pumpkins and strawberries growing in patches on either side, with bags of soil and little apple trees nearby.
See, you can't be evil and grow strawberries. Those just don't go together.
Deja helps herself to a strawberry. Picks one off with her trunk.
Sparrow?
That is stealing. Juja, no.
What are you talking about? I'm just sampling.
No. Oh, well, I hope she doesn't have that single strawberry. Knock, knock.
You knock on the wooden frame of the door and eventually hear something moving behind it along wooden creaking floorboards. And after about a minute's wait, the door creaks open.
But no one opens. It just creaks.
Yes, the door creaks open on its own.
All right, I'm gonna shove my head in there. Hello.
You poke your head into the little cabin, and inside you see a rather cozy-looking cottage with wooden floorboards and walls, and a warm fire glowing off beyond a little table perched in the middle. And as you make your way inside, if the rest of you are following, I'll just bring you all there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll follow.
Yep.
All right.
Very well.
She's a cat! Oh my gosh.
She got a bumblebee pet. I'm gonna steal that. There's gonna be another death happening.
Oh, no. I forgot. When I wrote the little bumblebee, I didn't realize that you'd be in this campaign.
You get what that
But indeed, as you guys make your way into the little cabin, you can see a rather old-looking cat. She's kind of hunched over a little bit, but standing upright nonetheless. You can see actually moss kind of growing in her fur, and she looks very wizened by age.
Oh, she is majestic.
She leans on just an ordinary-looking walking stick. She was kind of bent over this cauldron, but as the door swings open and you enter, looks over towards the four of you as you enter and says, "Hello there, visitors. At this hour, to what do I owe the pleasure?"
We apologize if it's late. I am Bae. These are my.
No, not late. Early.
Oh yeah, we're sorry it's so early. We don't have a good concept of time. I'm gonna walk over. I think.
Yes, the stars do tend to mix things up.
It does. Hello. I am Bae. These are my companions.
It is nice to meet you.
Good morning.
I am Madam Vesper. Though, if you made your way all the way across the swamp, I presume you might already know that.
Already know that. And what are we here? We have a favor to ask of you, or
Oh.
we have a thing to borrow from you.
Well, please, have a seat at the table. I can pour us some tea if you wish to have a
Oh.
discussion.
Oh,
Yeah.
tea.
Fucking lovely. Thank you.
She kind of hobbles her way over toward the counter and begins to pick some little pouches of herbs, and then makes her way back over to the teapot and begins to mix up a batch of tea. She places a little kind of clay cup in front of each of the four of you, and then one for herself as well, and says, I have a lovely dandelion tea that's perfect for the mornings.
You know, I love me some dandelions.
That sounds quite delightful.
As she kind of sprinkles some of the crushed up dandelion into the teapot and begins to steep your tea, she actually sprinkles a little bit on the tablecloth as well, and the little bee makes its way over and just kind of quietly lands near the little pile of dandelion.
What's their name?
No. Ah, you mean my little friend here?
Mhm.
That would be Lucille.
Oh. She's very pretty.
I'm sure she would be very grateful for your compliments. Now then, you said you had some sort of favor to ask of me?
Yes. Yes. We are on a quest to go deeper. We're trying to get deeper and deeper in your world. And to do
You
that,
mean-
it seems we run into a roadblock.
You mean underground?
Perhaps, yes. We are on a mission to enter the Rose Maiden's temple.
Ah,
That's what it's called.
the temple to the northeast, yes. I do
Yes.
know of it.
It seems somehow our journey has led us there, but we have run into the issue of we need 3 stones. And rumor has
yes.
it you would own one.
The seal
the question
stones
is-
given to the
Yes.
tribes. Of course,
Indeed.
yes. Your suspicions were correct. I do indeed harbor one of the seal stones myself. Then, I presume that is your request of me, yes?
Yes, that is.
To borrow the stone.
I want to say borrowed, but I don't know if we'll be able to give it back once we go into the temple.
I see.
But yes, we do need the seal stuff.
Very well. She kind of looks across at the four of you as she begins to pour each of you a little cup of dandelion tea, and then one for herself. And then she kind of continues to just sort of eye you all as she sips quietly on her tea. You are all rather strange, I admit. You're not from this swamp, are you?
No, we're not. We're trying to the temple in order to move along, I suppose.
And my instincts tell me perhaps from somewhere further beyond even the forest that surrounds the swamp, yes?
Yes, we are from. I am from somewhere that may not be here. I am from somewhere that is not here.
Well, we have determined that already, yes.
I can't speak for everybody else.
Then I must ask you a few questions before I entrust you such an important artifact. Is that all right with you?
Yes.
Yes.
We're asking something of you. You may ask things of us.
Well, folk do not often travel to the swamp. And I suppose, what is the nature of your journey? I suppose that is my question.
Oh,
I think you might have to ask those two for that. I just got dragged along.
I ran into everybody, so I don't know what everybody else is doing. But I suppose my mission is a shepherd's mission. Someone is lost here, and I am trying to move them along somewhere else.
A sort of shepherd, yes?
Yes, I am a shepherd. I help
see.
those who are lost.
Then, as a shepherd, you are among friends here. As I too tend to the beings that live in this side of the swamp. Much like a shepherd, as well.
I'm glad I have someone you can relate to.
She kind
Now
of
for the
she
others,
turns away from Bay and looks directly at you, Irving, and you see her kind of cock her head to the side a little bit for just a second, and then you see her eyes flash gold. I see. Very intriguing. And then the gold fades from her eyes, and then she turns back towards Duja and Nightshade, and then she kind of eyes the two of you and says, "And your journey, tell me, are your intentions pure?"
Of course.
Yes.
Well, we were tasked to help heal somebody by the name of Elizabeth. I'm sure that you probably don't know what we're talking about, but
No, the name Elizabeth is not one familiar to me. But if you're wishing to heal and help, then I won't stand in the way of your journey. You may take my seal stone.
thank you.
If I can find the old thing. She begins to hobble her way over towards some dusty-looking crates and pulls off the lid and kind of leans over it to rustle around in the bottom. And then after about a minute of kind of clatter and rustle, she pulls out a small cloth-wrapped parcel, neatly tied with a sort of leather string. And then she places it down on the table here and says, "Here you are then." She begins to kind of untie that little string, unfurls the package, and you see a small kind of circular disc made of stone and carved with this kind of faint emblem that, in your best estimate, resembles a cat. I presume this is what you wish to take from me?
I presume it is, yes. If it is a sealing stone, that is what we are after.
Well, then it is yours. So he just takes a step back.
Would you happen to know any tales of the Rose Maiden Temple?
But you're slightly quieter than the others. I boosted you above them, but I've reached the max that I can boost you, so just makes you
How
move
about
a little.
now?
That's better.
Okay, I had it like all the way.
Okay, I
Had
might
my mic
actually.
all the way down.
Okay, I'll turn you down slightly then, since I had you up a little bit. Okay.
Now I'm screaming.
So what did you just say then, Bay? To get back into it.
Madam Vespra, do you know any tales of the Rose Maiden Temple?
Well, in regards to the most simplest of observations. If one makes their way over to the temple, they will see the same, but I surmise that the temple has been flooded. So if you are to make your way into the temple, you should expect, well, a good amount of water.
That sounds about right. All right.
As for the Rose Maiden herself, I only know, well, vagaries, to be honest. Stories from old. They say that she was once a wise steward of not just this swamp, but, well, all of the lands that surround it as well. A watcher and a protector. But those times have long since passed. So I surmise that, well, the temple was built in her honor and perhaps long since abandoned.
Does that mean that these lands were once connected?
Well, I don't know if I would say connected, but it is true that not many travel between the forest and into the swamp and, well, beyond the swamp and further into the woods. But perhaps it wasn't always so. You may be right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What changed? Because I've also heard a rumor about the amphibians with the frogs and toads not liking each other. Does that have anything to do with the Rose Temple being abandoned as well? Or are those two separate things?
That I cannot say for certain. But I do know that the toads and the frogs, their disagreement was over their spirit, their god of sorts, Lokiri. Small disagreement at first that spiraled outwards, as disagreements tend to do. And such a disagreement became an argument, and an argument became a squabble, and a squabble became, well, a war. And after some of the fighting ceased, they went their separate ways, some of the frogs to Foundling Tree. And, well, as for the toads, that I can't say. They all but disappeared.
Well, since we are looking to get into the Rose Temple, we need all three of the stones. So we
Indeed.
are looking for the amphibian stone as well. Our best bet is that it got left behind, hopefully in the quarrel between the frogs and toads. But do you know if the toads, if they have it in possession? Or has that just been a mystery of the ages?
I don't believe it would have been left with the toads, no. The one entrusted with it was a frog himself, so if it was with anyone, it would be with the frogs or left behind in Lokiri's tangle.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever been to Lokiri's? Oh.
I have not. No, you're good. You're good.
Have you ever been to Lokiri's Tangle? Is it dangerous? Is there an easy way in there?
I have ventured out in my walnut shell boat beyond my corner of the swamp, but when I draw near to Lokiri's Tangle, something feels strange. It was once a holy site for the frogs and toads of the swamp betwixt, but now I fear it has been consumed by the swamp. The plants, they grow over what were once holy grounds, And so I don't venture near, no.
Mm. And I suppose the third stone, the reptiles, you've heard rumors of a dragon, but do you know anything about that?
Well, I have heard stories of a dragon as well. But I've not made my way all the way to the far side of the swamp, no.
Have you ever been in the over? What was
I
it
just-
called again?
That I would not be very welcome in Kuroko Ma.
Oh, why's that?
Well, Kuroko Ma is a village of reptiles, and I am not one of those sort. So I give them their distance, and they give me mine.
Is there any way we could get in there to seek an audience without them becoming hostile at the sight of us? Would they allow that?
Well, I've spoken with some of them on occasion in the past, but tensions always seem to rise. The crocodile folk of Kuroko Ma, they tend to see most other creatures as prey, and themselves as the predator. And so
Crocodile
even the
folk,
most
okay.
cordial conversation will eventually turn to hunger. But perhaps if you were to present an offering that sated their hunger before they even considered you a meal, such a plan could work.
Would there be a creature they would not consider a meal?
Well, I suppose something unpleasant or something poisonous. Something already dead and rotten. But, well, they are ravenous.
What do they
Right.
like to eat? Like, is there a specific type of critter or something they like?
Well, given that most creatures in the swamp betwixt give Kuroko Ma quite a wide berth, they must be subsisting on something, so I imagine the odd critter, bird found within the area, or perhaps fish from the swamp around. I imagine that makes up most of their day-to-day, but they would be perfectly happy to snatch up a creature that wanders too close to Kuroko Ma from Foundling Tree.
Hmm.
Was that the extent of your questions?
Have you ever been in the area below your hut? What was it called? The
She
overgrowth?
looks down at like the floorboards. Underground again.
This time not underground, but further south of your hut.
South.
It's called
of
the
course.
overgrowth, I believe.
Of course. How silly of me. I have indeed. The mushroom forests of the overgrowth. Quite a beautiful place, though they can be dangerous if one is not wary. In fact, well, I suppose this brings us to our next bit of business. As you made a request of me, I felt perhaps it appropriate to make a request of you for as well.
Yeah.
You see, I was hiking in the overgrowth just the other day, and I left behind my favorite walking stick in one of the caves. And well, my old knees are not what they used to be, so I was wondering if you could trouble yourselves to fetch it for me.
I don't see why not, if everyone else is okay with it.
I'd be alright with that.
I shan't hold it to you, though. You may take the seal stone now. I will not hold it hostage if your cause is noble.
I think we can repay you for your generosity of the stone.
That would make me very happy. The cave in question is just off the shoreline. If you make your way to the overgrowth, you should see a series of stepping stones. If you follow the stepping stones, you can't miss the cave. An old glow-cap cavern that I sometimes frequent. To pick glow caps, of course. We can hear you typing a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. I just was letting you know. You may take the seal stone with you now, though. She just kind of gestures towards it for whoever wants to hold on to it.
All right, gang, who's being in charge of the stones?
I guess I'll do it.
We got someone in charge of the stones. I will hand it over.
Very well.
I am the stone keeper.
She passes you the stone and the little cloth parcel as well if you want it back up again to keep it safe in your pack.
Nightshade goes ahead and rewraps it and then puts it into her bag.
Very well
Okey-dokey.
then. I thank you for your visit. If you ever find yourselves in the need of more dandelion tea, then my door is unlocked.
We thank you for your hospitality. It was very lovely. I'm glad I have another, and I'll do my little air quote, shepherd among the people here. And I'm in love with your bee. And with that, I will make a do. Hello. Hello.
Very well. You all stand up from the table and say your goodbyes to Madame Vesper. As you make your way back out of the old hut. She walks with you to the door and says her goodbye and says, "See you outside." Yeah, Lucille does allow you to pet her. She's very fuzzy.
Oh, darn. Oh, wait, 1 second, guys. Nightshade has to go in and pet the bee real quick.
We all bust back in there just to pet the goodbye.
Goodbye, little bee. You're so cute.
That was a lovely little visit. That was very nice.
I'm very glad we didn't have to use our bomb.
I am also glad.
Now
Okay,
we
out
have
of
for another occasion.
Out of character, I did not hear. I heard something about us doing something, but what are we doing?
She asked that she gave you the stone because she trusted you, but she asked that in exchange for her just sort of giving you the stone without any real expectation, she just asked if you would mind fetching her walking stick from the overgrowth.
Oh, bet. Okay, look for a walking stick.
She just said it was in an old glow cap cavern where she left it when she was hiking. She forgot it there and was just wondering if you would fetch it for her. But she said there was no expectation. You do not have to do this for her. She already gave you the stone.
Nope, we gotta do it for her now. All right, guys.
Agreed.
Well, if an old cat
hello.
can go hiking there, it can't be that bad.
I feel
Oh.
confident we'll be fine. I heard something about dangerous, but it's a beautiful mushroom forest, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got a thing for mushrooms.
Oh yeah. Maybe we can get you another hat.
Oh, what if we can all be the hat gang? We'll all find hats for everybody. We'll be the mushroom
Yeah.
squad.
I don't know if my big ears will fit in a hat
Or
very
great.
well.
We can cut holes and we can have little ears plopping out from the top. Great. Don't worry about it. We'll get it fixed.
Do the hats rot over time?
That's a great question. Mine doesn't, but I gave it to my dad. My dad got skills with mushrooms, so my mushroom hat's fine.
You know what?
But
If
I
it
don't
rots,
know.
I'll just get a different one. Or maybe it's like a new fashion style. It's like it'll change over time.
Yeah, keep up with the seasons or something.
My hair clip just be my hat. I don't think I want a hat.
That's okay. We'll get you like a little baby mushroom and you put it in your pocket. Still say you're part of the mushroom gang.
Okay, well, I suppose that's a good compromise.
It's a good compromise. Everyone gotta have at least one mushroom in their backpack, at least.
Maybe we can make mushroom earrings or something.
Bye, fishies.
That'd be cute. All right, where are we
Start
heading?
a mushroom clothing
Where
line.
should we
Sorry.
go to next? I think we should start a mushroom clothing line. After we get done with this adventure, let's all open our own boutique shop, and it's just gonna be mushrooms. But now we gotta figure out where we're gonna head next. Should we go get that walking stick, or should we just go on to the Tangle?
I mean, the walking stick is closer. We'd have to
The
come
walking
back to
stick
give it
is-
to her.
Yeah, that walking stick is closer.
Yeah, I vote walking stick for sure.
All right, walking stick, walking stick.
Walking stick.
All right. Everyone, get back in the boat.
By the way, just curious, do any of you know what a crocodile looks like?
Oh yeah, they're like really big lizards with really big teeth.
Could you draw a picture for me, actually?
I will draw a gorgeous picture for you. It's a little bit of this. They got really big noses and really big teeth. And they got little baby eyes. Just little baby eyes.
Yeah, you
And
can
they
draw
got,
the
like,
picture here if you want.
And they got really
Really?
big eyebrows. Eyebrow. They got really big teeth again. They're very, and then they got little baby hands. Very cute hands. Little baby. They got little baby feet too, with a really big toe in the middle, I guess. And they are all tail. And sometimes they got these cute little bumps on their back, and it's super cute. And there you go. That's a crocodile.
Right, thank you. Very helpful.
God, I'm trying to grab this whole crocodile.
It's
And
pretty
we're
good,
just
John.
we're gonna leave it somewhere in there. There you go. All head, no
Perfect.
no legs.
Looks great. All right. So you pushes your little paddle boat back into the water, and I'll hop aboard. And then set your sights to the south to make your way towards the overgrowth. You can kind of see those mushrooms poking out through the trees in the distance, and so it's pretty easy to locate. As you get a little bit closer, you can actually see the area that Madame Vesper described as you paddle along, weaving around reeds and floating dead logs. You can see more of those little stone stepping stones poking out of the water that lead along to a bit of a break in the trees, a sort of dirt path that winds in between them. And so you make your way over. But let's take a little 2-minute break, and then we'll come back.
Hey, Lord, I gotta go potty.
Yeah, go to the bathroom, grab a drink, grab some food, do what you need to do, and we will be right back in just 2 minutes. Keep in mind, players, that chat can still hear you when we go to break.
Faye's gonna hang her butt over the freaking boat and do a little tinkle. I'm gonna look.
Oh.
Whoever's
Oh my
next to me,
God.
I'm looking in your eyes. Also, if I could hold your hand while I'm doing it so I don't fall in, that'd be great.
Oh my god.
Well,
Who is it? Who's gonna hold my hand while I go potty?
Dusha's a proper lady, so she looks away, embarrassed a little bit. She uses her giant ears to kind of cover her eyes.
I love that.
I guess I'll hold your hand.
gonna hold your hand, and now I'm going potty. Alright, goodbye.
She holding both of your hands right now.
I'm helping.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to turn that music off. So you're probably hearing a very soft song in addition to your other song, huh? Alrighty. I am back, but I might still be missing some other people. Who's back?
I'm here.
I am also here.
Ah,
Poor-
my
poor
fellow
Siri.
man holder.
Uh,
I forgot that
too.
there was a child with us. I'm gonna hope she don't got eyeballs when she's in Vogue.
Oopsies.
Alrighty.
Faye takes a long ass nap just to come back and be weird. Mm-mm-mm.
Are we still missing Kat?
I'm here.
Okay, is that, everybody say that, yeah? Okay, cool.
Is Duja here?
That was what I was unsure of. Most of the time, I just assume if
yeah,
you're
I'm
muted.
here.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was gonna start singing you a little
Yeah,
song.
most of the time during our BRBs, if your thing is muted, I assume that you're still gone. But it's all good. If we're all here, then let's get back into it. Okay. So, as I said, you arrive at the area described to you by Madame Vesper. Those stepping stones that make their way towards the muddy shore covered in cattails and reeds, and beyond it, down that path that leads off into the mushroom forest. So just give me 1 second. And I will take you there. Hang on, let's get that boat back there. All right. So you rest your boat along some of the mud, and can see those towering mushrooms all around you.
Oh, this is lovely. A little dark, but this is lovely.
More of those fireflies still flit around in the distance, but you can actually see the mushrooms themselves. Some of the kind of more multicolored ones give off a little bit of a faint glow as well.
Don't make really good hats. They didn't break your neck.
Yeah, these might be a little bit too heavy to use as hats. I don't think we can be
They're
hats.
really cute, though.
They are cute.
Suppose we cross here?
I think so. We're looking for a glow cap tavern.
Irving, as you
Oh,
hop
no.
onto that stepping stone right there, it actually moves and lurches beneath your feet. What do you do?
Oh no.
The rest of you see
forward,
ripples.
hopefully.
Yeah, the rest of you see ripples in the water as this occurs. Irving, make an acrobatics for me as you jump forward.
Okay.
We'll see if you land on the stone. Okay. You land kind of like half on this stone here. And so one of your legs kind of hits the stone, and the other leg goes right off into the water. And so you kind of teeter off and then land in the water.
I gotta look away. I gotta look away.
But as that stepping stone moves out from under you, I actually see it up out of the water. And as you kind of wipe some of the water off your face, Irving, you see a rather large creature pull itself up out of the water and just kind of look down at you. It's covered in moss and plant life, even a little lily pad kind of sticking to the side of its head, and it is dripping with swamp water as it looks down at you and says, "Oi, what are you stepping on me for?"
Sorry, I didn't know there was anybody there.
What, you couldn't see my head? I left it poking out of the water so that no one would step on me.
Are these all friends of yours?
No, those are stepping stones. Don't be silly.
Well,
You don't want people stepping on you. Why are you hanging out by the stepping stones?
Well, no one would step on me because I'm not a stepping stone. Of course. Silly.
It was a bit hard to tell.
Oh my.
He just kind of looks down at his own arms and kind of you hear them grind and kind of creak against each other as he just waves his arms a little bit very slowly and just says, "I don't look like a stepping stone." He looks at the stepping stones and then he looks back at you. "I don't."
Perhaps
Don't.
your head might look like a stepping stone.
You see him just kind of he just
You
swivels
better
his
start jumping.
he swivels his neck around in like all directions, looking up, trying to look behind him, and not really succeeding. And he's trying to look at his own head, but he doesn't succeed.
Yeah, you
It's
see,
okay.
you wouldn't know. You've never seen the top of your head before.
He kind of looks at you,
It's
Irving, as you back
okay.
off a little bit. "Oi, where are you going?"
I'm just taken my morning walk over to this area where I won't step on your head or bother you. Is that
You
okay
ain't
with you?
even said sorry yet.
You didn't
I'm
say
very sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I did not
You
mean
should
to do that.
apologize.
And
I
then he
disturbed your
kind
morning.
he looks over at the other three who've yet to cross, and he goes, I suppose I could accept an apology like that if you had an offering.
I have a I got a stone somewhere in my pocket. Hold on. I got a cute little pebble. You want a cute little pebble? It's got a nice little dent in it. It looks very. I got a pebble. You want a pebble?
What kind of pebble?
Well, I'm not too sure. You know, like I'm more about leafy things. I don't know much about rocky things. But here's this. Hold on, come here. I'm just excuse me. Okay, thank you. And here you go. And it's the saddest little pebble you've ever seen pull out of her pocket.
But are you just like presenting the pebble to him, or do you want to
I
make it sound a little more special, or are you just
Nope.
showing him a pebble?
This is what I'm
Okay.
showing him a pebble. This is what it is. It's a pebble.
It just looks like an ordinary rock.
Oh, I got more. Hold on. I got
You see,
this
kind of as you're rifling around in your
branch.
own bag, he leans down into the water with one of his arms, and then just kind of grabs a big fistful of mud, and a bunch of rocks are all kind of falling out of it. And there's lots of pebbles in the water.
Oh, do you have a wheat? I have a strand of wheat in here.
What's a
Would you
wheat?
like some wheat?
What's
You
that?
put it in your mouth, and it makes it look super, super cool. See, and I'll demonstrate. I'll put the end of the wheat in my mouth, and I'm like, see,
It makes you look cold. Why would I want to look cold?
because that's the new. It's a word that young folks describe, and it means you're super rocking. You look awesome.
Well, I am
You
a
look
rock.
good.
Of course, I am a rock.
Exactly. So if you
I'm
add
already
the
a
wheat
rock.
to it, but you want to look rocking, you know, you gotta be like
I'm already a
you look
rock. I do look like a rock.
not
That's what I am.
to the young, not to the young kids, to the young folks around here. You just look like a rock. You don't look like a rock, but a rock. We want you to look like a rock. Therefore, I
You
give
see
you
him?
this wheat.
You see him kind of looking all around the general area. It's like, who's the young ones around here who say I don't look like a rock? I could smash them.
Hey, buddy.
Froze his
Have
mouth.
you never
You
never
don't need
talked
to
to the
smash.
mushroom? He's trying to kill the mushroom. The mushrooms say you're mean now. You hurt the mushroom's feelings. You know,
The
I can
mushroom?
speak to the mushroom. I can speak to the mushrooms.
I don't hear them.
God! Oh my god! Oh god!
I don't hear any mushrooms speaking. I'll roll him an insight because he isn't very intelligent. So, you might. So unless if he rolls a 1 or a 2, then you deceive him. But he rolled a 12, so you don't manage it.
They don't speak our language. I can barely understand them, but it's the tone of what they're saying that
Well,
lets me know.
if I can't hear him, then it doesn't matter much, does it?
Oh, I like your thinking, so I throw the wheat behind me. We don't need that.
Oh,
Do we have anything else, gang?
Hey, buddy. You want to know something that's really cool that you can't find anywhere else?
What's that?
I can draw a picture of you, so you can see exactly what you look like without
What's a
having.
picture?
It's like, you know how you can see me right now. It's like
Yeah.
if I put what you see of me on a flat piece of paper or on a rock, and you could have it forever. To look at, but it would be you.
That's not such a bad idea.
Right, then if that's all right with you, how about
How's a picture work? Does it hurt?
It doesn't hurt. I just look at you, and I draw a picture, and I give the picture to you.
He just points one stony finger. Can you draw it there so that I can see it?
Yeah, sure. You just try to hold still.
He does. He just goes completely motionless.
Nice. Okay, so not totally sure how Quill and Ink is going to work with this. Could I take one of the rocks and try to see if one of them might scratch off?
Yeah,
and
you could
leave an
try
image?
that. You could also just use your finger ink on the rock. It's up to you.
Okay, well, okay. So Irving is going to look up and down occasionally and try to do a rough image of this guy's incredible likeness.
You can draw it if you want. You don't have to.
You have to draw it.
I can move him a little bit if you just want some more room.
I love him.
Hey guys, okay, whatever.
You're doing great. Don't worry about it.
There you go. It's you. That's what you look like.
That's what my head looks like.
Yeah,
See him
that's
kinda-
what other people see.
Turning his neck to the left and to the right, kind of swiveling the head with a grating noise. That's what I look like. Can you add something to the drawing, like some
Oh, yeah,
writing
sure.
below it?
Sure thing. What do you want me to write?
Can you write Cragtooth is sleeping here and a little pointy thing so that no one steps on me again?
Oh, that is a very good idea. Okay, so he's going to draw an arrow, I suppose, pointing at this rock right here.
Yeah, that rock doesn't exist. That's him.
Yeah. Okay, so he's going to draw an arrow pointing at that, and Cragtooth. What did you say the rest of it was? Cragtooth 2.0. Sorry, I do not have a good memory.
Cragtooth is sleeping here.
Crag. I don't know where I got the 2.0 from. Okay, Crag is sleeping here. Okay, that good for you?
Well, I don't know. I can't really read very well.
Hey, can my friends assure our good friend Crag that it does say Crag is sleeping here?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Could you move me over? Can you move me over there so I can see?
Oh, do you need help crossing? All right. Since you
Yep, I
did
can
me
see
a
it real
favor.
quick.
Kind of reaches out one of his hands to just give you like a platform to stand on.
I stand on his hand.
And then he just sort of moves his hand across the water over, beyond the one that Irving has drawn on, and over to the stepping stone here.
Oh, yep. It says Cragtooth is sleeping, and then a very defined arrow pointing to your little spot. You are all set to go.
All right. Well, I suppose we're even then. He just kind of turns back towards Nightshade. Do you need some help as well?
Yes, that would be quite lovely.
He reaches out his hand.
Nightshade jumps into it.
He does the same thing and carries you over here.
There we go. Thank you so much, Cragtooth.
Do you
I
need
do
help?
want-
Am I able to get help?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I just thought maybe my size might be an issue.
No,
Because Deja,
you're tiny, and I'm big.
she crawls into his hand, and tries to make herself small. She's feeling a little self-conscious right now.
Yeah, even though you are larger than the others, you're still dwarfed by Cragtooth, who you can just sit comfortably in the palm of his hand without any trouble. And
Okay.
he lifts you without the remotest sign of a struggle, and places you over there.
Deja looks very pleased. Very first time she feels small in a long time.
All right, well, I'm going back to bed if you don't need any more help.
Thank you, Mr. Tooth.
You see him just kind of sink back below the water with a little wave, and then he rests again, completely identical to a stepping stone back in the water.
Now, when we leave, everyone remember that he is there.
Thankfully, there is a sign now.
We have.
I
the
hope we
sign.
don't forget.
I'm gonna be ashamed if we forget.
Really hope that doesn't get washed off and he gets annoyed at us.
Well, we better be gone before he ever gets washed off. Let's hurry
Mhm.
into the darkness.
All right. So you make your way along that dirt path as described, and follow it in between towering mushrooms and trees. And eventually, in the distance, you can see kind of rocky cliffs and bluffs in the distance. And nestled in the darkness at the base of those cliffs, faintly illuminated by glowing mushrooms, is the entrance to a cavern.
This don't seem safe. Oh God.
When is anything we do safe?
Ah, you got me there. Got me there.
The mushrooms that kind of line the exterior of the cave give off this faint blue light and actually look a little bit different than the other ones that you've seen throughout the overgrowth.
Well, it's a new place with new friends. What you gotta tell yourself? Mm. I might become a badger real fast. I might become a badger.
I'm a badger.
I might become a badger. I'm debating it. I'll wait till we get inside. I'll feel out the area before panic sets in and I become a badger.
Very well. So you make your way into that cave. It's dark inside, but it's pretty easy to find your way along the twisting cavern and tunnel. Are interspersed throughout periodically on your journey. You can find more of these little glowing, kind of faint teal mushrooms. And they give off enough light for you to kind of estimate your way around if you aren't used to the dark. All right. And as you travel, you make your way along kind of a relatively narrow tunnel, following those little lights. And eventually, along the path, you come to kind of a narrow section that opens up into a wider cavern. Even within this cavern, moss and vines grow along the walls, and plant life grows all throughout the kind of dirt and stone. But as you make your way into this cavern, you see it illuminated not just by fireflies that gather in kind of little swarms around these, the other source of light, which are these larger, bright blue mushrooms, spotted white and faintly glowing.
Anybody see that walking stick anywhere?
I suppose we just walk around and find it.
Bay, I would say something almost immediately catches your attention as you enter this wider cavern. Most of the mushrooms, which you surmise to be glow caps from Madame Vesper's description, appear relatively normal other than their natural bioluminescence. But one of the mushrooms just off in the distance looks completely different than the others. It glows with this kind of strange red.
What had happened to be that one? It's the booty hole looking one.
I was gonna say that.
All right. I bring Duja. I got bad juju vibes from that point, from that thing. I would let's just avoid. Let's go this way. Y'all stay away. I like to think I know a thing or two about mushrooms. That mushroom screams bad juju to me.
Looks like it's about to suck something in.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't get close to it.
Puckered lips.
Bay, as you make your way around the corner with Nightshade following, you see in the distance a little stick lying on the ground, nestled between some mushrooms, and it has its own kind of faint purple glow. But you can actually see a creature bent over, kind of examining it.
Oh.
He looks to be like a rat fellow, but you can see in his green kind of long robe and all along his hair and back, he is just completely grown over with mushrooms sprouting out of his head and out of his back as well.
I like his look.
Oh, gross.
You got a lot of hats.
He got a lot of little hats. I feel one of
He
my,
seems as though he was maybe examining the staff lying on the ground, but he kind of swivels to face you guys as you make your way around the side of the cavern there and into view. And he just kind of freezes in place as he sees you all and just kind of eyes you warily. He squints a little bit in the darkness and says, what are you all doing here?
Yeah, someone take this. I don't know.
On a Narod? Is that
Yeah.
yours? What are you doing here?
You see him kind of glance back towards the stick, and he goes, yeah, this is mine. I'll set it down for a second, and I was just about to pick it back up. But yes, this belongs to me.
I didn't
That's
know you
funny
were a
because-
liar. Liar!
You see him kind of
Oh, dear.
he kind of gets on guard a little bit as you
Pointing fingers. I was like,
as you take a step toward him and kind of accuse him. You see him kind of up his guard a little bit. His shoulders kind of hunch, and he narrows his eyes at you. I'm no liar.
yes, you are. You're lying.
You're an
big
intruder. You shouldn't
and
be
you're a
here.
lie. Someone get him before I get him, because he a liar. I don't like liars. You're a big stinky little stunk.
They like
I'd be careful if I were you.
I should be. I apologize for calling you stinky. I don't apologize for calling you a liar. You no good truther.
Well, that is a shame. You see, I'm not so foolish as to wander out into the overgrowth alone.
Does it look like I'm alone?
Jesus.
As he says alone, you just hear a loud buzzing from behind you.
Oh, I don't like the buzzing behind me. It's the behind me part that's getting me. I'm not approving of the behind me. I'm not looking, but somebody check to see what's behind us.
It's a very large bug. They
Oh, I don't like
multiple
bugs.
very large bugs. Woo!
Is
love
it,
that.
is it
Mosquitoes.
cute? Is it cute?
Oh,
is
is
it
it
a cute bug?
It is a mosquito. I hate being. Oh my god.
Oh, giant
Yeah,
mosquitoes.
she just starts scratching herself.
Indeed,
should
as you hear that buzzing and you turn around, you see a rather large mosquito, about the size of a small dog, floating through the air towards you. It actually glows the same color as the mushrooms as it travels kind of directly towards you. And you actually see, as you quickly swivel your head right back towards that rat fellow, you can see that his hands are glowing too, as he prepares for combat.
So these are your friends, Rat Man? Just a couple of bugs?
Yes, you'll find out. They're not just bugs. You'll find that out soon, though.
Still kind of sad.
I'm still pointing at him the whole time. My eyes have not left him.
All right. So everybody roll initiative.
Hey guys, my bad. Maybe I should have been a little bit more gentle with him. But my man is a liar.
He is. I'm glad we called him out on that.
He's lying. He's lying. You gotta get him.
He was just kind of hoping that you guys didn't know what the stick was and he could just claim it for himself. 'Cause he doesn't know
What
this
a
either.
liar.
I wanted to see what he was going to say. I didn't actually expect him to say yes.
I
Ooh,
was
nice.
surprised when he said yes as well. Oh, very nice.
Nightshade, I don't. Did you? The first one that you rolled gave me a 22, but like when it plunks it in for me from your sheets, it it gave me your 22, and I don't know if it just replaced your first roll. Did you accidentally make 2 and then you got a 23 and a 22? Is that what happened?
Not sure. I thought I only clicked it once, and then it looked like it re-rolled. I don't know. I'm kind of confused.
It might
Roll
have just
20, It
been.
looks like you rolled the 20.
It looks like you probably it just like maybe it was a glitch and it rolled it twice, or it took a sec to load and it accidentally clicked it twice, something like that. So it's a 1 point difference. We'll just use.
Okay, yeah.
But you're actually a Limsa, so you're a 25. It doesn't add it for you, so you have to kind of remember. But Limsa, bunny folk, they get an extra +2 to their initiative rolls.
Okay.
D&D Beyond doesn't let me add that manually for you guys, so I have to just keep in mind anytime I see bunny ears, it's an extra +2. They're very fast and they're very reactive, so they're always very quick to move as soon as combat starts. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, let's turn down the swamp noises and let's turn up some music. Yeah, exactly, TV. All right. So as the buzzing intensifies and more of those mosquitoes begin to appear, first to react is Nightshade. As you kind of quickly swivel, you almost kind of feel the back of your neck kind of tingle as the mosquitoes come up behind you. But you also notice that that Shroomancer off in the distance, his hands are glowing as well. So both are prepared to attack. What do you do, Nightshade?
Let me see here. Sorry, I'm thinking. I am going to. I want to check one thing really quick. Okay. I think I am going to go ahead and move forward towards this guy. So I think Nightshade's gonna move in front of Duja. That is okay, correct?
Yep. You can move.
Okay.
I'll let you through your own party members.
Okay, cool. And I am going to have Nightshade use Toll the Dead on the Shroomancer.
Very well. Is that a save from me? I forget.
I think so. This is Wisdom 13.
Gotcha. Okay. That was a failure. So you can roll your higher dice.
Is the target missing any of its hit points? No, it is
Nope.
not.
So yeah, with that one, it just it gets you to pick between that, and you can use your higher dice. He fails the save. And then that is the Toll the Dead is so good, and then you roll a 1 and you're just like, damn it. I think it actually rolled I think it's a D12, is it not?
I think it's a D12 if he has hit points taken away.
If he has hit points taken away, right?
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
I couldn't remember which way it went, if it was full health or not full health that gave you the higher dice, but I trust you because I haven't looked at that spell in quite a while. All right, two hit points then. Such is the downside of not having a modifier on the spell. All right.
Yeah.
So a bell rings as you toll his doom, and you kind of see this necrotic energy begin to warp around him. But he quickly ducks out of the way right before it hits him, and it only kind of gets his shoulder, and you see it rot part of his shoulder. But he quickly ducks out of the way before it can wound him too badly. Is there anything else you want to do, Nightshade?
That is it for now.
Very well. The next to act is going to be this life drinker that was sneaking up behind you. I think we're in range. Yes, we are.
No.
So it buzzes right up to Irving and is going to attempt to stab you with that large proboscis that it has. And
better avoid.
it is going to make the roll. Your AC is 13, and that was a 16, so that's going to hit you.
Oh, it's sucking you a little bit.
So that's going to hit you for 6 piercing.
Yikes. Yikes on trikes.
And as it kind of stabs into you, you feel it suck up a bit of your blood, and then it ends its turn. Which brings us to Duja's turn.
All right. I think. Wait, let's see. Oh. Okay. I think I will walk up a little bit, maybe like 10. Wait, I'm gonna go up like 10 feet, maybe 15. Go up around here.
Yeah, you make your way around Nightshade and kind of move to the front of your party.
And then I just wanted to make some more room. Let's see if I want to change anything up. I think I'm gonna throw my javelin at this little mosquito dude over here.
Very well. This should be a to hit roll. We'll use that damage because it was a pretty decent roll, but
that's the wrong one.
But you should roll to see if you hit as well.
There we go.
15 hits. So you quickly pull back with your arm and toss your javelin across the cave towards this life drinker in the distance. And it kind of stabs into that glowing portion on its body, that kind of bottom part. And as it stabs into it, you actually see this bright kind of blue glowing slime ooze out of the wound and across your javelin. But the javelin sticks in that creature.
All right. Yeah, let's see if I want to do a bonus. I think I'm good. I think it's my turn.
Very well. The next act is this creature here, who will get that far on its own movement. And then it will dash here, but being able to do anything else. So it zooms along the side of the cave with these heavily beating, buzzing wings, right up alongside, right past Irving towards Nightshade and Bay. But just before it reaches you, you'll have a chance to react. Which brings us to Irving's turn.
I get to react?
No, not a reaction. I just mean it didn't reach you in time, so it had to use its action to dash.
Okay.
But it's just your turn
Right.
now.
I think I'm going to use Mage Armor, and I use Twin Spell to cast Mage Armor on more than one creature using one spell slot.
Let me read the wording of Twin Spell. Yeah, because it's not capable of targeting more than one person, right?
Cool.
So I don't see any reason why not.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, that works.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself then, and on Bay. So your AC becomes, I think it's 13 plus your Dexterity modifier. Okay. And since I don't really have any good bonus actions, that's my turn.
All right. So what's your new AC, Irving? I'm just gonna make a note of it.
16.
Okay. 16 AC. Bay, what's your new AC?
14.
14. Okay. Very well. Done. You quickly twin your spell to cast the same magic on Bay, and Bay, you feel this little magic ward kind of wrap around you, feeling a little bit more protected. If that is the end of your turn, then that brings us to this life drinker here is going to buzz its way towards Duja, and it is going to stab at you with its proboscis and proboscis, and it will. What's your AC? 15.
Yes.
It will hit you as well, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
So that is going to be a not very good roll. That'll be 4 piercing.
Okay.
And this life drinker is wounded, actually. So as it drains blood from you, Duja, it will replenish half the damage dealt. So it heals itself for 2 hit points off of hurting you there.
Okay.
That'll be the end of its turn. Which brings us to Bay. Feeling a little bit more guarded by magic. Bay, what do you do?
Bay is gonna scream. And then. Okay, hold up. What the fuck is Bay gonna do?
You're slightly away from your mic again. You're the same kind of quiet.
Sorry, I had a kitten in my lap. She's
Fair enough.
pulling on my mic.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's good enough reason. You're excused.
Woo! Alright. Let's see, actually. I believe if I wild shape, does my mage armor stay with me?
I don't see why you shouldn't.
Alright. Then I am gonna use this turn. And what will I wild shape into is the question.
Yeah, they should all be there in your journal.
I believe I'm gonna use this turn and wild shape into a giant badger. It has been decided.
Very well. You can drag it in if you want me to do it.
Should I get rid of Bay when I do this?
Yeah, sure. Because it's easy enough to just drag you back in when you shape change. There.
Alright. So this turn I'm turning into a wild badger. Giant badger.
All right. Do you have that? Do you have that stat sheet in front of you?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Perfect. It probably should give you a new dex, no?
Yeah, it makes it worse.
So-
Okay. What was? Yeah.
Oh
How does the mage armor work again?
It's 13 plus your dex modifier.
Okay, so it's just 13 then. I lost one. That's okay. Giant badgers, we giant. We can't. We got no help with the dex. But we at 13 now.
Very well. How much? Can you just tell me quickly how many hit points a badger has, so I can write it down quick, so I remember?
Badger has 13 hit points.
Gotcha. Okay. That way I can help remember when you get, if you get beaten up enough that you change back.
Nice, nice.
There's little bubbles I can pop those into, so perfect. All right, so you change into a badger, and then what?
Can I donk people? I thought is an action. I think that's it.
Is wild shape a full action? I forget.
As an action, you can magically assume the shape of a beast.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, so this
But
one
you
is
still have your movement and everything if you wanted to move.
Huh?
I don't know that
I'm gonna
giant
get
badgers have
right
bonus
up.
actions.
I'm gonna get right up on him.
All right.
You
So
know,
the rest of you.
I'm gonna slide between and get right up on him.
Very well. So the rest of you all kind of just see a quick transformation as the small bay turns into a giant badger and quickly repositions to lock into combat with this life drinker here. And that's the end of your turn. And then let's move to our buddy over here. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Okay, and then what if we did it here? Not bad, not bad. Okay, okay.
He's like, what is gonna mess you guys up the most?
We're thinking, we're thinking. Yeah, I suppose that's probably... It's probably the best idea, huh? Yeah. Okay. We'll do that then. He steps towards Duja. And then almost immediately after stepping towards Duja, as Duja is sort of facing off against this little life drinker here, he turns his attention immediately away from Duja, even though he stepped toward her. And then he's going to... Well, let me make that visible. Raise kind of one of his hands, his little knobble little hands to his mouth, and then he just holds up his palm flat, and then just blows along his palm and sends a dust of spores off in this triangle here that I just drew. So if you're in that triangle, Bay and Nightshade make a con save.
So about to get some more mushroom hats.
Okay, Bay, you
Ooh.
save. Nightshade, you do not.
Ooh.
Bay, no damage. And Nightshade, you take 7 poison damage.
Okay.
Damn.
As this cloud of spores surround you, and as you kind of caught by surprise, you inhale a little bit and you feel all of a sudden kind of sick to your stomach as the poison sets in. So you're not poisoned, but you do take some poison damage. But Bay, you are maybe a little too low to the ground, even as a giant badger. Which will bring us...
the floor.
Yeah, I gotta get low. So that'll bring us to this fellow here. Which direction do we want to go, Fred? There's 2 on both sides. Let's roll a dice. Odds is low and evens is high. All right, low it is. So he gets here on his natural movement, and then he will dash to get another... a doubled movement, which will bring him there. But that's all he can do. And so that'll bring us right back around to Nightshade. The large mosquitoes are buzzing in on both sides. And your friend has just turned into a badger. What do you do? As you cough some of the poison out of your lungs, what do you decide to do, Nightshade?
I am. I'm gonna. I'm thinking here. No.
It's all good. You can take your time. Anytime it's been a little bit since you fight, you just tend to forget what your stuff does. Is there anything that you're just wondering about that we can help with? Because you can strategize with your party.
Yeah, I just.
I believe, Nightshade, you might actually be missing a spell too. I think you're only at 3 out of 4.
I'm missing a spell?
I think so. At least on my version of your character sheet, you are. I think you can learn one more. You can do it now, or you can do it. Just take your turn now, and then if you want to do it in between turns, or you can do it in between now and next session. Just use the opportunity whenever you want. But I'm just letting you know that
cool.
I think you might be missing one.
Yeah,
At least
I
it said.
think so.
I refreshed your page to double check, and it still says 3 out of 4. So you can go through that spell list and pick one extra spell at some point whenever you have the moment.
I'm going to use. Okay, I think I'm going to use poison spray.
Okay.
I'm going to give it back to the Shroomancer.
All right, we can measure him. I think he's just outside of your reach. So you'd have to step forward to be able to do it to him, which would make you take an AOP from that fellow.
Yeah, let's not do that then. Actually, then let's do. Well, I could do that. Fine. I guess I'll do Word of Radiance to this guy right here.
So the one right close to you?
Yeah, that one.
Word of Radiance is a save spell, right? It's the rule it's the rule that I make. So you could make it against the Shroomancer. Oh, never mind. It's 5 feet.
Yeah.
So never mind. But you can make it against something without worrying about close range stuff. So yeah, you can make it against that one. Then yeah, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll go ahead and do that. It has con 13.
I presume that you are not confused about this badger and are assuming that it's an ally.
I was close enough to Bay. I'm pretty sure.
I'm just teasing because Word of Radiance it lets you pick the creatures you attack, and it can be more than one if they're all in range. So if you really wanted to, you could Word of Radiance Bay.
No, I think I'm okay. I don't think you need a burning radiance that erupts from you.
It fails its con save, so roll your damage.
Perfect. Oh no, wrong one. There we go. We're trying out loud. Stop rolling a 2.
2s today.
Oh
man.
That's so rough.
Okay, which fellow is this? All right. Okay. If that's the end of your turn, Nightshade.
Yes. Yes, that is the end for now.
Girl. Then that will bring us to Life Drinker C, who's going to again attack Irving because you're in range. This
Having a
time,
great time.
it actually the long kind of needle that it used to stab you from the end of its face, it begins to glow bright blue like its stomach does. Right before it stabs at you. So this is actually something a little bit different. So make a dex save for me.
Good thing I have high dex. Still not a good thing I have high dex.
Brutal. So you don't manage to step out of the way, and it manages to kind of to prick you with that needle, and you feel it draw something out of you, but this time it draws something different. And so the damage you take is it's a much smaller damage dice. So you only take 2 piercing, but as it draws not blood this time as it draws something out of you, you feel it draw arcane power out of you. So it's actually going to eat one of your spell slots.
How dare you?
Your
Oh
lowest
my
level
gosh.
spell slot. And as it draws that arcane power out of you, you see that already glowing part of its body, kind of the butt there, glow very, very bright. It looks now charged with something.
Okay. Rough. Very rough.
And that'll be the end of its turn. Like so. There we go. That brings us to Duja's turn.
All right. I don't know who I should go for.
The shroom man, he wasn't focused on you. He was focused on the people behind you. But this mosquito is right up in your face. But it's your choice for target.
Yeah, I'm worried about the mosquito healing himself back up.
Fair enough.
Let's see. I guess I might go for the mosquito. They're both pretty close. I'm gonna go for the mosquito with my great axe.
Okay. Yeah, you draw your great axe and bring it down in one swoop over the mosquito's head, and you connect with its carapace, which begins to shatter under the blade of your axe. Roll your damage.
9.
All right. You bring your axe straight down on it, and as that carapace crunches under the weight of your axe, it just splits the head and even part of the body just clean in two, and it falls to the ground. Its wings twitching for a second and falling still.
And I think I'll make my way. I don't know, just kind of get some distance from the shroom guy.
If you leave his range, you will take an eye out.
Okay, let's see. Maybe I won't leave it totally, but I'm gonna go kind of close to the staff.
Yeah, you could pivot around him. That would leave his range. You'd have to stay here to be within his range.
Okay.
So if you're okay with taking an eye up, you can take an eye up. It's up to you. It's just that turning to run lets him have a little opportunity to attack you, but if you want to stay out of his range of attacking you like that, then you're still allowed to. I'm just saying that you will take an attack of opportunity.
That's fine.
Okay. He will go for it. He's not great at close quarters, and so he tries to just punch you because that's really all he's got. And he swings and he just goes wide with a 13, and he misses you.
Nice try.
So you just feel a swipe through the air, and it misses as you quickly dash off towards the staff and spin back around. He looks a little frustrated that he missed. Anything else?
That's all. Yeah.
Very well. That will bring us to this life drinker here. Who? I wonder who would be a who would be a tastier morsel for the life drinker between you two. This one has magic. This one has a little more blood, maybe. We'll roll a dice, odds or evens. But you two pick odds and evens.
Odd.
Okay, then that makes Nightshade evens, so it's gonna attack Nightshade.
Oh, my bad, Nightshade.
It's a random drop. You did nothing wrong.
I like to. Wait, sorry.
If you're gonna Hellish Rebuke, it'll get to attack you first.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then once you take the damage, then you get to Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, cool.
All right. So it turns towards Nightshade and is going to do the glowing blue needle again, trying to drain your magic power, Nightshade. With a 19, it's going to hit you. It's going to hit you for just 1 piercing.
Oh, nice.
But it's going to steal one of your spell slots.
Well, darn. Am I still able to use Hellish Rebuke, or?
You have 2 spell slots, so yes, it will. You will still be able to cast it.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'd like to use that on it. In retaliation.
Yeah, I'll make its dex roll, which it promptly fails with a 6. So roll your damage.
Please don't be a 2. Oh look, no 2.
Yeah, a second level Hellish Rebuke I think cannot be a 2.
Damn.
All right. So as you as it stabs into you and you feel it begin to drain some of your arcane energy, Nightshade, you just retaliate quickly with Hellish Rebuke and just immolate the entire mosquito, turning it to ash in the air. And because that was a reaction and it didn't end its turn, it actually does not glow, not get the chance to glow like this one. And so you just immolate it before it can digest that magic.
No magic for you.
So it does not get a chance to charge up that spell slot into its own use. And that will completely immolate that fellow there and bring up to... That'll be the end of his turn. He died on his own turn. That's embarrassing.
How embarrassing.
Leaving us to Irving, who feeling a little bit of pain from your your various wounds and drained of blood and drained of magic. What are you going to do?
Okay, screw you. I'm going to use Magic Missile and with extreme prejudice direct every single one of them into this guy.
Very well. There's no chance to dodge, so roll your damage.
So that's okay. 3d4 plus 3. So 10 damage.
Very well. I don't remember what this fellow was. All right, all of those missiles slam into it and leave kind of holes in its large stomach there, which begin to ooze that glowing blue arcane energy. It kind of shudders. It's struggling to stay in the air, just barely managing to, even though its wings are a little bent and it's having quite a bit of difficulty. But now that it's very damaged, Irving, you get the sense. Actually, make an intelligence check for me.
Oh no!
To see if you can tell what's going on.
Oh no!
Very well. You can't tell what's going on. It looks wounded.
Good. How does it feel?
Yeah, it looks even significantly more beaten up than you do. It's looking quite bad. But anything else?
Can I use Quicken Spell to change False Life into a bonus action if I've already taken my action?
Yeah, I think you
Still trying
can.
to get used to this. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So I'm going to expend those sorcery points, and he's going to try to regain some of the health he's lost. And that will be my turn.
Very well. Yeah, you steel yourself with magic, shoring up some of the injuries with this temporary magical enchantment. So it doesn't make you feel too much better, but it does make you feel a little sturdier. And if that is the end of your turn, oh yeah, so there's a different thing for your temp HP, so you can track that.
Yeah.
Perfect. That will bring us to which fella? Oh, I believe that brings us to a dead fella. Well, then that brings us to Bay, because that one's dead, so it's Bay's turn.
Can I talk in wild shape? I don't think I can.
Not to anyone who can't understand Badger.
I'm gonna poke Nightshade, and then I'm gonna use my little paw to point towards Shrewmancer, and then towards the Life Drinkers, and then point to Bay again. I'm not Bay, Nightshade. Nightshade, do you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I don't.
I'm trying to ask. You can just shake your head no. If you don't know, it's okay.
Are you gonna take one and I take the other one?
Shake's head.
Shake's head in
do
what
I get to
direction?
choose?
I shake head and then I point again to both. I point at Shroomrancer, then I point at Life Drinker, and then I point at Nightshade again. Like, which one you want?
I want that.
You shrug your Badger shoulders, indicating that you are unsure of who to attack.
Attack the Life Drinkers. I'll get the Shrewmancer next time.
I shake my head and I run up on them Life Drinkers.
You can say that you shake your head yes or no. That's allowed.
Shake head, yes.
Go, Bay, go!
Alrighty.
My Bay Badger's gonna go for this one right in front. And we're gonna attempt to hit with a fucking 5, and then we're gonna ignore that, and we're gonna attempt to claw it.
Yeah, don't you have a multi-attack or something?
Yep.
Perfect. Go for
With a
no.
14.
14 hits.
Alright.
Yeah, that's the upside of Badger. That's most druids have Badger in their pocket because of that multi-attack.
Is that multi-attack? It's nice.
Multi-attack can
For
be
6
nasty.
damage.
All right, that's going to end this Life Drinker. And as you dig your claws into it, it does indeed explode.
I knew it! I knew it was gonna come.
But that will include its compatriot in the blast. But all three
Hell
of you
yeah.
are gonna get hit by that.
All
So
about good.
which one is this? Let me double check. Perfect. Okay. All right, that one's deceased, and because it is charged with Irving's arcane energy,
Oh no.
it
I'm so
explodes in a blast of magic. And so the two of you are going to take, well, the three of you, including the enemy, because you get that nice little warning of the radius, you don't get an opportunity to avoid it. That had to come earlier. You're going to take 9 force damage each.
Oh no.
Oof. Oh no.
If I hadn't used False Life, that would have just downed me right there.
Oh god.
And the blast hits this Life Drinker and blows one of its wings almost clean off. As that Life Drinker explodes in a blast of blue goop. And falls to the floor in a little puddle. Damage is taken across the board then?
I am ready.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still your turn, Beck.
Okay. I'm just gonna crawl over this dead body.
Yep.
And I am ready. I'm good now.
Very well. That'll bring us to the Shroomancer. Who's going to, let's see what we got. He's going to kind of move over here, take a few steps back, and then he's going to cast Entangle on Duja.
Oh,
And
no.
so these kind of jagged vines all burst up out of the ground around you and make a I believe, yeah, strength save, which you should be pretty good at. Let's see if it holds up.
Okay. Oh. 17.
It holds up. So these vines all burst from the ground and attempt to grab at you, but as they try to wrap around your legs, you quickly kind of wrench your knees up and just pull those vines clean out of the dirt, uprooting them and stopping them from grabbing you. So there is a field of vines around you, but none of them manage to hold on to you. You're still free in your movement.
Ah!
Alrighty. Then let's see. What else would you want to do?
Oh, it's my turn now?
Yeah, it's still his turn.
Oh.
He's thinking about. He sees that all those vines didn't tangle you up and grab you. So he just kind of takes another 2 steps back. Just kind of, uh-oh. That didn't work. And he just backs up a little bit. Which will bring us to this life drinker here, who now badly wounded by the blast, and clearly seeing that strange badger that just appeared all of a sudden tear his buddy apart, is going to turn towards Bay and attempt to drain some blood. Badger AC, I forget, what is it? 14? Okay. All right, that's going to hit you for a little bit more damage because this is our blood draw. It's going to hit you for 6 piercing and heal him for 3.
Bat. Ooh.
So you see him kind of restore, his wounds kind of slowly close up as he draws the life from your veins. And as you feel some of that energy fade, you struggle to hold on to your form and fail to, suddenly reappearing as Bay once more.
Uh-oh.
But that's all he can do. Which brings us to Nightshade. So vines have burst out of the ground trying to entangle Duja as the Shroomancer backs off away from you guys. What's your choice of action, Nightshade?
A good old Eldritch Blast to his face.
Very well. It's well within range of that.
Hit.
That does hit.
Now, dronky numbers. Come on. Please.
All right, 8 damage. You slam him in the face with an Eldritch Blast and kind of knock him stumbling back a couple steps, clearly not expecting that as it arcs across the cave, illuminating everything in that purple light. And then he kind of quickly, his eyes dart over towards you as he realizes that you are no longer locked in battle with those life drinkers and that you are now a target as well. Anything else, Nightshade?
I am going to really quickly. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I'm gonna move back here.
Very well.
And
Actually,
that'll
hang
it.
on, one second. He needed to make a con save for this. All right. So there goes that. So your spell, as it smashes them in the face, stuns him and makes him lose his concentration. So the vines wither away from around Duja after you slam him with your Eldritch Blast.
Nightshade's gonna jump back here, closer to Duja, and that's the end of her turn.
Farewell. Then, skipping past the dead life drinkers, that brings us, as those vines wither around you, Duja, you are up. The way is clear.
All right. Let's see. Am I still able to move towards him, even though it's like, is it 30 feet per round, or is it 30 feet just in total?
It's 30 feet. Every time it comes back to your turn, you have a total of 30 feet to move, and you can break that up however you wish. So, anything that it says is 30 feet, then you can move to that. So to get to the square right here in front of him, that's 30 feet.
All right, I'm gonna go in front of him.
And then, of course, if you ever need to really get somewhere in a hurry, you can forgo your action, which is what you use to attack most of the time, right? You can sacrifice that in order to double that movement to 60 feet. So when you that's called the dash action. And so that's what those mosquitoes were doing to reach you guys so quickly. They were doubling their movement, but sacrificing the ability to attack. They wanted to get right up to you because they were melee attacking you. But that means you can't attack whatever you're running towards. So it's a sacrifice. But if something's within 30 feet, then it is fair game to attack it in the same turn.
Well, he's right in range. That's his fault. I'm going up to him.
He tried his best, but he couldn't get any further away.
You thought. Let's see. And I'm going to use. I'll use my great axe again.
Very well. Heft it over your shoulder and swing it towards him. He sees that axe coming, ready to just cut his head clean off, like a guillotine, and he just hits the ground to duck under it. And so you swing at the air, and you do not meet his neck.
I'm embarrassed. Okay.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Nope. I guess that's it for me.
Very well. That'll bring us to Irving.
Right. Gonna use Firebolt on this guy. Nice.
All right. Yeah, we won't. You're all good.
Very nice.
With a nat 20, you're gonna hit him. So roll your damage.
Okay. So that's a 10.
Alrighty. I don't.
Bugs upper.
Yeah, he does not have. He doesn't have HP left. So you, at point blank, just hit him right in the face with a bolt of flame, and it just chars him, and then kind of his whole front half just turns to dust as it falls to the ground. Leaving the smell of burnt bug in the air.
And then I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, move over here to get a better shot in on the Shroomancer.
Very well. Bay, it's your turn. The creature in front of you just burst into flames and died, so you are target free for the moment. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run up and then realize I am still but a druid and panic.
Well, he is too, so.
Woo! Huh. I'm just gonna attempt to frostbite my man.
Oh.
I will need a Constitution save.
All right. He got a 12. I think that's lower than your save, right?
Yes. It was a con 13.
Very well. Roll your damage.
I'll give him a little 2 frostbite. And now he has disadvantage on his next weapon attack.
His
He
next
got hit with
punch.
his
So that
next
means-
punch.
If he tried to AOP, you would get disadvantage on an AOP.
And that's his all.
Let me give him a little.
Oh yeah, no, that's all my movement too. Okay, so yeah, satisfied right here.
Very well. So that's gonna bring us to his turn. Now he has gotten swiped at by a rather scary looking axe and pummeled by Eldritch Blast and a few other damaging things. So I'm actually going to make him make a con save at the top of his turn, because right now he looks around the battlefield, he sees himself surrounded by a giant elephant, and someone who just made him very cold, which he doesn't like. He likes the the warm temperatures of the swamp, so he's not having a good day. All of his buddies are dead, and he's alone. Let's roll him a con save. All right. As he finds himself surrounded, he just kind of looks at you all and goes, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Yeah. Kind of holds both of his hands up in a sort of surrender pose
Liar.
towards you. Tuja, what do you say? You're closest.
Let's see. I gotta think about this for a second. I don't know if I should forgive him because he lied, he lied.
He's a liar. This is a question of morals now. Look at
How
your
can we
morals.
trust anything that you say when you lied and said that walking stick was yours?
And then he's trying to murder us.
Listen, it looked fancy, it looked valuable, I thought it could fetch a good price. Don't hold it against me, yeah? I'm just a poor little mushroom druid.
You called all of your mosquito buddies.
Yeah, well,
You had your little one-liner.
I saw all your weapons, that's all. I just thought that,
We weren't gonna do anything. What made you think we were gonna do anything?
well, you seemed like you wanted the staff, and well, I needed that money. So, you know how it is.
I guess she turns to the team. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sure, his
She
name
is
is...
Pointing at him still.
Listen, I can just walk away. You can have the staff. No, I'm done,
You
yeah?
should run away. You should run.
Yeah,
on
I
a
can
bird of murder.
run. I can run if you want me to.
Do
But-
a little dance before you go.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that. Listen, my name's Horace.
I don't care. Your name's liar. Say, do a little dance and say, I'm a liar. And then run away.
Pretend your pants are on fire.
Yeah, sure. If you want to make that deal with him.
Are we good for letting
That's
him
fine
go
by
if he does
me.
his little dance?
Yeah. What does everybody else think? Irving and Nightshade. You guys are close enough to overhear all this.
Do the dance, dude.
Let's watch him dance. Yeah.
He kind of just looks down in pure shame, and then just kind of does like a little Irish jig, and just goes, I'm dancing, all right, yeah, I'm dancing. See,
Call yourself
see,
a stinky liar.
yeah, I'm a
Yeah,
liar. I'm a stinky little mushroom liar. Yeah, that's me, Horace the liar.
Oh, you have paid your debt. Leave with your life.
You just kind of see him wipe a bunch of sweat off of his brow, and then just kind of backs away from Duja. Just see, not fighting,
Get out of here!
leaving,
Scram!
leaving, running away. And then he just books it as soon as he's around the corner.
I enjoyed that.
And that leaves the four of you alone in the mushroom cavern, the glow cap cavern, with only the charred remains of a bunch of giant mosquitoes.
Well, that was fun. I don't like liars. Oh, okay. you got it. I understand. It's
Little
okay.
magic thieving gnats. Sorry.
I'm with that. You say what you need to say. I guess we just get the thingy thing and let's go.
So yeah, you make your way over to the staff that's still softly glowing on the ground. And as you guys walk up to it, It is shaped like a shepherd's crook. The image you see here isn't one to one. It has kind of this gentle curve to it that makes it a shepherd's crook, and kind of the part that you would hold it by, the little staff, and then parts along the end of it are covered in this very fine-looking kind of fur and cloth, and are emblazoned with the pattern of a bunch of little sheep.
Aw,
She wasn't lying when she said she was an actual shepherd, you guys.
Yeah, sheeps
This
and
is
moons
cute.
are the little fabric patterns along the staff. You cut out a little bit, babe.
I was just saying how cute it is. All right. Grab it and bag it, gang.
Got it.
Let's get the hell out. Oh, you know what? Dooja, could I perhaps turn into a little mouse and take a little nap on your hat?
Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, what the fuck is that? I don't like how happy it looks.
As you guys are kind of discussing taking a nap on Dooja's hat, one of the mushrooms just nestled in the corner actually pulls itself up out of the ground, and just peeks around the side of some of the other glow caps and just goes, "Is that weird guy gone?"
Weird guy it is gone. And he is full of shame.
Yeah, good. Didn't like that guy.
We didn't like him either.
And he's the ones that got rid of him, yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
Who are
nice.
you?
It's too noisy around here with all those buzzing wings. My name's Pesto. Nice to meet you.
Pesto?
Yeah, Pesto the Campestri.
Oh!
Well, nice to meet you, Pesto.
What are you doing in this little cavern?
What you mean? I live here.
Oh, it's very lovely. You had a bug problem. We took care of that.
We're the
Yeah.
exterminators.
Nasty fellows,
We
those life
exterminate.
drinkers, yeah?
Sorry we murdered up in your cave.
Well, you
but it
got rid
was
of him.
needed.
You got rid of
We
him,
did.
so that's, it's a plus sign. Listen, wanted you to repay you all. Getting rid of that annoying fellow and his little buzzy friends.
Mm-hmm.
He just hops. He doesn't have arms or legs. He just hops along, and you see him kind of dig around in the bushes, using kind of the cap on top of his head, almost like a little scoop as he leans his head down to yank something out of the bushes, and he kind of just kicks it along with his stalk, and kicks it towards you. It's a little leather pouch. And it jingles as he kicks it towards you. Here, take it.
Thanks.
You pick it up and it jingles kind of a metallic jingle. As you open the drawstrings, you can see that it is full of gold coins.
oh my gosh!
Campestri,
What?
don't really got use for money, you know?
That makes sense. Yeah, I can see.
So you
How
might
much
as well
is in
take it.
there?
Well, I gotta count it.
Quickly sort through it and estimate that there's about 30 gold in there.
Dang.
Ooh.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
VeggieTales
I
method
am-
of movie.
I am gonna start a. This is party fun. We have party funds. Thank
Party
you
fun?
for. This is our
party
gang fun. Gang fun now.
Yeah, just a little token of my thanks for getting rid of them bug fellows.
You are very welcome. If you ever have bug problems again, just scream so we can hear you. But scream really, really loud. We don't know where we'll be at.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Don't actually scream. You might die. We might not come.
Mm,
Maybe
by the
crab
way,
tooth will come, maybe.
by the way, if you're gonna eat some of the mushrooms in this cavern here, you can. They're not all chempestry, and we don't mind. But I'd watch it. Some of them are.
You don't
Not-
mind.
Some of them are not too healthy for you.
Yeah, that red one back there, I was eyeballing it. It don't look too good.
Hmm. Yeah, we call that one the devil's eye.
It looks like a devil's butthole, man.
Well, I wouldn't know because I haven't seen one of those, but
Well,
I'll trust you
count
on
yourself
that.
lucky. Just know, call it a devil's butthole for now.
His stink eye.
But thank you for letting us eat some mushrooms if we so choose to.
I'd stay away from that one if I were you.
Yeah, I'm
Something-
not touching that one. What does that one do?
Something off about it. Sometimes I hear it whispering at me.
What? You should move out.
Say.
But it hasn't done anything yet, and well, it's a good harm.
Yeah, you should move out. Then you okay? Someone blast the butthole.
I kind of want to look at the butthole.
He wants to look at the butthole. He's gonna
I
look
hate-
at the butthole.
I hate how many clips you can take out of context from this stream. You make your way over to the devil's eye, and it pulses with that strange red glow. Irving, as you walk up to it a little bit, you actually do hear almost inside your head these faint whispers. Unintelligible, not words, just soft whispers.
And would I use an Arcana check to investigate it, or
Sure.
just nature?
I would say, as far as picking, nature would work, Arcana would work, and so would religion.
Okay. Oh, religion. Interesting. Well, I don't think you did so. The sorcerer didn't make a very good Arcana check right there.
Yeah, we'll say that your party are unable to determine the arcane nature of the mushroom, but any of the others who aren't Irving could try the other two if they wanted. Those are still on the table. Religion and nature, respectively.
Nature. Well, the freaking say I'm gonna shimmy up. I'm gonna hide behind Irving. And I'm gonna give it a nature check.
I won't give you advantage because that's a bit far, but I will give you an extra +2 because of your mushroom expertise.
Well, it doesn't matter, sir, but thank you.
It is certainly a creepy looking mushroom. Okay?
I'm thrown off by the buttholeness of the mushroom. I can't get past it.
As you approach, you do indeed hear those same whispers as you draw closer to it. Again, not really coming from any direction, just like right inside your skull.
No, this screams bad juju. I dare someone to lick it.
No, thank you.
Understandable.
You know anything about any religion that might be related to whatever that is?
I grew up on a farm. I have no religion to my name.
I will say, Nightshade, if you want to make the religion check, you actually will get advantage on it.
Okay.
Because this is something that might feel familiar to you.
I don't think that went very well.
You have advantage. So.
Roll it one more time.
Was that both of them? Yeah, roll with
No.
advantage.
Wait, what?
Roll with advantage.
You have advantage.
You roll twice.
Oh, roll twice. Okay. I just saw one. I'm like, well, that's the end of that.
It's a double
We did a
nat
great
one.
job.
That's kind of
11.
perfect for
Oh.
That's kind of perfect for something so strange and unholy. Rolling a double one feels very cursed. With 11, you aren't able to determine anything specific about it. But you do get a bit of a feeling kind of just in your gut, Nightshade, as you walk a little closer to it as well. You also hear those whispers, kind of all four of you can hear them now. But as you walk a little closer, you get the same instinctive gut feeling that you got when you first walked into the room with Elizabeth.
It's just like the room with Elizabeth in it. That's a strange, heavy aura. Ugh.
Okay. Are we all hunting down the child? We all trying to find the child, Elizabeth? We all doing that?
Yes, we are.
I like Bay just completely unfamiliar with what the actual goal is.
I know what I'm doing. I've never talked to Doja, Nightshade, or Ivering about what they're doing here. My brain is they came from this land still.
But you do know that we came from the real world, don't you?
Glad, because I didn't know how to bring it up to you guys that you guys were in a dream. So this makes my life easier. But I've been through a couple dreams before to help. That's nothing like this has been here. So what the hell's going on in the other side? Were y'all, you said the room. Y'all were in the room with the child.
Yes, they gave us some kind of liquid that we consumed, and it.
Oh my god.
There's another child, but that's not my child.
I am so lost.
What type of dream did I jump into? If there is a demon butthole in the corner, what is this? No answers.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it's a nightmare. Ugh.
No. I've been in nightmares. All right, I've dealt with nightmares. This is not that. This is something else. What did y'all put me in?
I didn't go anywhere near you.
Yeah, Bay, you've dealt with nightmares before. Usually it's something simple like the dreamer is getting chased by wolves and you fight them off with some fire. It's usually simple little things like that. This feels like something else entirely. This is something completely unholy.
All right, guys, it's been great. Loved this. This is out of my zone. I'm gonna dip out. I take my little staff. I do a little double click to the floor. Open my eyes, and I'm still here. And I'm gonna do it like 20 more times. More panicked each time I do it. All right, gang, we're stuck here.
You didn't realize that before?
Has anyone tried leaving the dream yet? Has anyone done that yet? Anyone attempted to leave the dream yet?
Well, no, we haven't completed our goal, so we.
If your goal is to die, listen, I am but a humble shepherd. I am a humble shepherd. I don't do whatever demon crap that is.
Hey, Bay, calm down.
As she's talking, she's still slamming down her staff, trying to leave. She's like, okay, I'm out. I'm done now. I'm gonna go sit on this mushroom. I need a minute. Y'all figure this out. I need a minute.
It might be a good opportunity for the two of you, Duja and Nightshade, to fill the others in on exactly what type of nightmare this might be. I can help if you don't remember, because it was like months ago.
Yeah, a little help would be helpful.
Okay, then Bay kind of backs off to deal with that, but Duja and Nightshade, you spend some time to explain to Irving and Bay that this is not just an average dream that you guys are taking a little trip through, trying to help somebody out of a nightmare. It's not something normal like that. This is something a lot more serious. This is the dreams of a girl who is being possessed by a demon or devil, some sort of infernal entity from the circle of Zemeral, which makes it an entity of nightmares, something far more powerful than your average scary dream, something that spreads and grows. And that you tell them that your goal is to find said devil where it's lodged deep within the dream and excise it so that it doesn't consume Elizabeth whole.
Faye is sweating excessively.
Well,
Just sweating
that's intense.
excessively.
It's possible this may be part of it. Maybe we should destroy it.
Destroy it. I can't get out. We're stuck here until we figure this out. I can't leave.
I could maybe throw something at it.
Smash it. Smash this Duja. Smash it.
I guess Dusha wearily
Don't get too close.
kind of goes up to it.
Just throw something at it.
Guys, we have a bomb. If we want to try that.
No. Bomb is for
in a
big.
cave?
Bomb. No bomb in cave. We're not getting trapped in cave and dream. No cave
Oh.
dream cave.
I'll throw my javelin, I guess.
Stab it. You may never get
Set
it
it on
back. Though.
fire.
They are combustible. We add some of them are poisonous and may combust. I would just say light it on fire, but
put some wax on the tip of my javelin and
with that, I would come over here
Put
though so
some
we can run for
fire
it.
on it.
Everything goes to shit. Everything goes to shit. We need to be able to run.
Alright. I guess I take out my javelin and
Pour
poke
some
at
red
it
oil.
a
Oh,
little bit.
As you take out your javelin and begin to poke towards the mushroom, those whispers that have just been kind of sitting in the back of your head, they all solidify into a voice just in your head, Duja.
Oh. Hello.
Do not destroy us.
Us?
Instead, consume us and be granted power.
I don't know. You don't look that appetizing. Do you have a recipe?
The rest of you, Duja is just talking out loud at nothing. You don't hear those words at all. At the mushroom, but actually, as it whispers in your head like that, that was not a conversation. That was a command, Duja. So you're actually going to make a
Whoa.
wisdom save.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Dun, da, da, da.
Oh no.
Hey.
So, Duja, to the rest of you guys, what Duja just did is Duja started to poke at the mushroom with the javelin, which you'd have to be slightly closer to do, just judging by normal game ranges. And then immediately just sort of straightens up and stops poking it, and then she just kind of talks to the air for a second, and then she lowers the javelin, just kind of drops it to the ground, and then takes a step towards the mushroom with her hands outstretched. What do the rest do?
Oh my god, can we restrain an adult Loxodon?
Tuja. Nightshade's immediately leaping towards Tuja and trying to stop
Give
her.
me a Constitution save.
You have to do a strength save.
Con. Give me
Duja, roll your strength check.
Okay.
Since you want to do this, you want to eat it, so you're contesting them. And then Nightshade and Irving both roll your own strength checks as well.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Okay. With your combined strength, you are able to hold Duja from advancing. Not pull Duja back, but stop Duja from advancing. So Duja, you're still just walking towards this mushroom, arms outstretched, trying to grab a piece of it to eat it. And
Shoot
they're
the
just
mushroom.
they're keeping you in place, stopping you from moving back, but they're not strong enough to actually pull you backwards away from it. And actually, Suri will run in to help. So I'll roll one for her too. She is a tiny little girl and she's not very strong. And she also rolled really badly. She just gets an extra little 4 in there. So Duja does not move with Suri's help. So Bay, you witness all this from a distance.
Attempt to shoot the butthole.
All right.
I'm just gonna take my
Um,
bow out. I'm just gonna ignore what's happening on the side of it.
Yeah, you knock an arrow and take aim at the mushroom. You hear,
Do not destroy us. Instead, consume us and be granted power.
and then you will also have to make a wisdom save.
I have advantage on wisdom saves against
Yes.
magic. Okay,
Yes, you will be granted advantage on it.
cool. 18.
So that creepy voice echoes in your head, and for a second, it just for a split second, it seems like a really good idea to eat the mushroom, and then you just shake your head and no, of course not. Why would you ever think that? Of course, it's a terrible idea. And you keep your wits about you, and so you, if you want to still do so, you release that arrow.
Release that arrow.
Very well. It's a stationary target, so I won't make you roll to hit it. It's just a mushroom there. It's not that much of a target. But your arrow lands dead center in the devil's eye, and it begins to just spurt out blood as a horrific screech echoes in all of your heads.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm just gonna whack it. I'm whacking
And,
it, guys.
As it bleeds and screeches, that screech is so loud that you're all actually going to make con saves for me.
Yo, my con shit. Oh, cool.
There we go. Nice.
Nice.
All right, Duja, what'd you get?
Let's see.
Okay. So Duja and Bay and Irving all save, but Suri and Nightshade are going to take 6 psychic damage. As that scream just echoes around your head, almost bouncing around your skull, and just causing you this immense mental pain for a moment. Before all at once the bleeding stops, the glow of the mushroom fades to nothing, and the scream subsides.
Oh.
And Duja, you're suddenly snapped to your senses by that scream as you realize that you were just attempting to eat that.
Oh my god, was it just me or did that look kind of juicy for a second?
That didn't look juicy. Was not juicy.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
kind of juicy in
it's
the
got a
end?
little arrow sticking out of it.
You're right, it was juicy in the end. I hated how you word that so much. Well, that was horrifying. Let's stay away from the color red. It seems like that's a bad juju sign.
And talkative mushroom for sure.
It's a very, very talkative mushroom. You know, my dad said he could talk to mushrooms, and I thought he was a liar. Now I'm starting to believe like maybe he had something going on with him.
Hopefully it wasn't a red mushroom.
What hat do you think I'm wearing right now?
Oh no.
How's everybody's eardrums? My eardrums.
It-
He did not like getting shot at the end.
Cerise's just kind of like holding her head and just says, "What in the world was that?"
Screaming mushroom. A screaming mushroom. Everyone okay? Child, oh child. How are your eardrums? You need some healing?
I think I'll be all right.
Sorry about the eardrums. I was not aware it would scream up in our ears. Should have known though. At least, what do you think would have happened if you ate it, dude? You could have.
Would have given her power.
Yeah, I
Probably.
guess so. The
Yeah.
power of tasting all 5 major flavors.
Yeah.
Sweet, spicy, bitter, sour,
And demon.
umami. All in one bite. Ultimate power.
So you make your way back out of the cave, leaving those mushrooms behind you, and now carrying that shepherd's crook with you.
Well, that was horrifying. You know, I feel like Madame Vespera would have told us if that butthole mushroom was there. Do you feel like that's a new thing that happened? I feel like she would have told us.
Yeah.
Demon nightmares getting worse.
Oh yeah.
Everyone avoid the
Right.
talkies.
Gotta avoid stepping on Cragtooth this time.
That's a big jump for us.
You hop from stepping stone to stepping stone. Okay, maybe standing around the edge of this one so that you don't scuff his nice little drawing. Yeah, you can tell me if you feel that your character would need some sort of check to make that jump, but
She's gonna need some check to make that. She got little baby legs.
yeah, I figured Bay, if anyone would need it. Nightshade certainly doesn't, but Bay, if you want to make a little acrobatics check, you can do so to see if you tumble off into the water. Or,
No.
yeah, that's
Well,
so you try to jump and you land short and just splash down into the water, which is probably about at like chin level for you.
Well, I'm just gonna waddle. I'm accepting what has happened to me. Careful, guys, it's deep. Give it a good take off.
He falls it again.
Back in.
Okay.
Shake it off, Ivering. It's okay. It's deep, but it's not that deep.
Nice, gracefully leaps without any effort at all.
She's a good, graceful goddess.
Huh, that wasn't too bad.
All right, DJ, what it'll be. Did you make a check or?
Oh.
Well, yeah, the 16 we'll take because it's the first one. All right, Duja makes it.
I will clap for that one.
Bit of a running start and just plant your feet down solidly on that stepping stone. You've had a bit of practice with those giant flowers back in the other part of the dream, and you're a little bit more used to it now. Got your balance. Compared to a giant swaying flower, a stepping stone is a lot more sturdy. And so the 4 of you make it back to your boat. And after you all climb aboard, what's your destination? Oh, yeah. You all dive underneath the boat again. There, you're good now.
Oh, we got the staff. We should see Madame Vespera, drop that off, and then head to the Tangle.
Very well. We can do the little dropping off at Madame Vespers right now if you want. Unless anybody really needs to run, because we're at 3 hours right now.
I'm good with
I'm good
dropping
for
it
that.
off.
Yeah, let's drop it off.
Okay.
Drop it off.
Yeah, then we'll take care of that just so that we can set off for a new destination next time. So you guys paddle your boat back along towards the hut and make your way back into the little clearing where her little house is. And it's just as you left it. Lantern's still glowing and lights lit in the window. The fish are still darting around in the little pond. Do you knock or what?
Knock, knock, knock.
Very well. After another few moments, the door swings open on its own again, and you just hear Madame Vesper's voice from within. She says, "Ah, come in then."
Oh, sorry.
We were gonna let you look at those fishes. They're your fishies. We have returned.
Yes, I can see. How did you fare in the overgrowth? Did you manage to find my old walking stick?
We did, and there's also demons in there. So thank you for warning us.
I'm sorry. There's what? It was
There is a
just a
demon.
quick jaunt to the glow cap cavern. I don't recall
Have you ever seen
anything.
a red mushroom?
A red? You must mean pesto, the campestry. Yes.
Not pesto. We met
No.
pesto. Love pesto. We forgot to say goodbye to pesto, by the way, guys. We are rude people.
we
not
can
pesto.
retcon that you guys waved to pesto if you really
Nope.
want, but if you were maybe
Nope.
too shell shocked
All
from
of us
that from the devil, then maybe you just forgot.
We forgot to say. He watched that whole thing.
Then, if you're not speaking of pesto, then whatever do you speak of?
There was a red mushroom hidden in the top left of the cavern, and it looked like a. Have you ever seen a butthole before?
Well, I do not have any mushroom that resembles that to my memory.
No. You
The
would know
devil's
it.
eye.
So,
It's called the devil's eye.
Devil's
looked like
eye.
a devil's butthole.
I can't say that I'm familiar of anything of the sort, though that
I would
certainly
avoid
sounds
going
sinister.
there. Yeah, it was very sinister. I would avoid going to the overgrowth for a little bit. You know what? You might just want to stay within your hut for a little bit until we figure out how to stop all that.
Very well, I shall take your advice into account. Though I can't stay here forever. I am
It's okay. You don't.
I am
just be
shepherd
cautious.
of this part of the swamp. I can't remain in my hut for the rest of my life.
That's understandable. I would be
Oh.
cautious.
Yeah. Seems like it's been neutralized for now, but just
I
take
see, well.
precautions.
That is good news. I shall keep your advice in mind, yes.
Oh, but we did get your walking stick.
Yes,
forgot which one
let's
was
see. Whoever wants to hand it to her can.
There
Yes.
you
My favorite old walking stick. I thank you for that. In truth, my task for you was, well, a test of sorts.
Did we pass?
Yes, you did.
Woo!
Well, you see, you all stated that your intentions were pure, and I believed you, and I entrusted you the seal stone because I did believe you, but I wanted to be sure. And so, after recalling that I did indeed leave my walking stick in the Glowcap Cavern, I thought that I would put your kind hearts to the test. And well, you've done this old cat a favor, and so I would dare say that you have passed. A kindness that you did not have to. And I thank you for that.
You are very welcome.
And so as thanks, I think you will find this staff will suit you as it has suited me. From one shepherd to another, yes? She hands you the crook.
Oh goodness. I have 2 crooks now. I will cherish this with my life. Thank you so much. I have one more favor to ask of you, though.
Yes?
You might not want to. Could we maybe take a little nappy nap in your hut?
Yes, I think you've more than earned a rest if you wish. You may,
Thank
may rest your weary bones here. And if you're hungry, I can provide some food as well.
you. You have piqued our interest.
Indeed.
I have some milk and freshly caught fish that I've just fried up.
Oh, wait, fish? Not from the pond, right?
Oh, no. Not from the pond, no.
Oh, good.
Those are for dessert.
No,
No!
those fish are, well, those are people who tried to rob me.
Oh,
Trans-
I like. That's where the rumors come from, guys.
She did,
Ah.
as she said that, she gave you a little wink. So you're not sure if she was telling the truth there.
Oh, I'm with that. 10 out of 10. Love Madam.
Well, if you
Really
need
put the
more
fear of
fish,
God into those feeds. Sorry.
if you end up needing more fish, I think we know where to find a couple more.
Liars.
I see. Well, then, you're all welcome to take a rest here. And, well, eat to your heart's content. Your heart's content.
I'm gonna get right up on this fire and I'm just gonna lay on the freaking ground and sleep.
Oh, yeah, very well. So you guys can short rest here if you want. It is morning, so you probably don't want to long rest. I don't think anyone's that tired.
Well, probably not the best idea to travel in a boat in a swamp.
But yeah, you guys can short rest if you wish. Using any hit dice that you want to heal you. We can handle that now so that we don't need to remember it for next time.
I'm gonna cuddle up with my new crook.
And as you guys rest, we can call the session here. And we'll pick up again with you guys feeling a little bit more at the ready to traverse back out into the swamp.
Nice time, guys. We learned our in characters now know what everyone else is doing in game. And I got to be a giant badger for like 2 rounds. It's nice.
All right, so we'll call the session here, and we'll pick up again next time. Before we head out, is there anything that interferes with next week? I know you mentioned something already.
Yeah.
So you just to clarify, you're still fine to have the session. You just want to end a little early. Is that it?
Yeah, I have obligation at 10. So
So you want the buffer
if
of
it's like
9:30?
really, yeah, I think
Yeah,
that works
that's fine.
best.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, so we'll start at 7:30 and we'll end at 9:30. We'll just do a shorter session. Sounds fine to me.
I'm with it.
Does
Yeah.
anybody else have anything that interferes?
None for me.
Nope,
I don't
nothing.
believe so. I believe I'm all good.
Okay, sounds good. Then we'll say that next week is a yes. If anything changes, then you guys can just let me know in between now and then, and then we can make any adjustments we need to. So the next session, the next stream, sorry, will be Monday for more Spelljammer. As they face off against a anthropomorphic earthworm in space that tried to poison them. It was actually making me laugh because we did a really interaction with being offered tea by a stranger, and their tea was poisoned. So you guys got off very, very lucky.
Oh, that's
I
good.
trust the cat lady.
Yeah, she was
Um,
very nice.
Yes,
Very lovely.
Madame Vesper was nice. I wonder if anyone has figured out her name yet. Wonder if-
Like the purr. She's a cat.
That's
Purr.
part of that's about that's a third of it. There's two other bits to it.
Oh. Hmm.
But yeah, I'm not gonna tell you to
Right.
figure it
I'm
out.
gonna think about that one. I'm gonna think about that.
If you want a hint, then you'll have to look back at previous sessions, namely very early sessions, namely the first session.
Hmm.
That's your only hint.
Okay.
That's
But yeah. So the next stream will be 7 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, on Monday for more Beyond the Eye, our Spelljammer mini campaign. It's a lot of fun. So watch them fight some cranium rats, some rats with giant brains, and an anthropomorphic earthworm. And then, of course, on Wednesdays we have Sea of Sands. Seas of Sand, sorry. Sometimes I do that, and I don't know why. I named the campaign. I should know it, right? And they're at around 7, unless they need to adjust. And they're getting attacked by dinosaurs. They're fighting a bunch of velociraptors in the jungle, trying to fight their way towards an ancient Yuan tea temple. The song thing, I don't think you're quite on the right track, Chibi, in regards to Madame Vesper's name. But yeah. So that's where we'll call the stream for tonight. Those of you who stream, you can tell everyone your channels if you want to. Okay, this is the one I typed in, so Kat, tell everyone where they can find you.
Hello, I'm Cat Planet Shine. You can find me as Sparkle Ryuichi on both Twitter and Twitch. I like to stream a lot of different types of games, so.
Yes, go watch the streams. They're really good. Next is Boomy.
Hi guys, my name is Mamana Bumi. I am part of 4V Live, VTuber agency. I stream. I kind of lost my train of thought just there.
I do that all the time.
I'm very small brain, so my streams are just me being small brain, playing things like Hitman, Minecraft. I'm not very good at it, but it's always a fun time. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at STFU Boomy.
Alrighty. So that's where you can find some of our players on Twitch. And if you want to follow me, here's my link on Twitter. That's where I'll tweet out any schedule changes. So if you want to get caught up to date, then follow me there. If you want to join our Discord, feel free. It's not just for our players, it's for anybody who wants to get involved. We got an art channel with lots of really, really good art. and a meme channel with lots of questionably good chip and a bunch of other things you can say. If you want to get caught up on old sessions, namely if you want to go back and look at that session I was talking about, that first session, you can go check out the archive on YouTube. I move all the VODs over there once they are getting deleted here. Lastly, if you want to read about the living world that all of our campaigns here on this channel take place in, which is named Grand Lorien, of course, then you can check out the World Anvil, which is like a wiki for things like the deities and the factions and the continents and kingdoms that exist within the world. So that's where you can go for all your extracurricular reading if you really want to flesh out your knowledge of all the stuff that goes on here. Other than that, that's all I have for you tonight. So have a good night. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing players. And I will see you guys on Monday.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.
Everyone sing the bye. Bye.
Bye.